I've heard you just now saying that Malaysia will always be a racial-based country, racial-based politics.
I did not say always. I said it will take some time.
It takes some time, sorry. It takes a while more before we can assimilate. When I wrote to you in the Facebook, I say that will MCA actually set up a team or a group of people that will engage the Chinese in China and bring them to Malaysia as an investor, because you already pointed out that China was free. So I felt that if the Chinese can play a role, MCA, not Tan Sri Lim Chang, MCA can play a role by engaging all these Chinese investors, bring them to Malaysia, give them a space, they become a very huge contributor to us economically. I think other Barisan National component will respect MCA. My question is more profound than that. I think just for that quick question, I've thought about it for years, and I felt that when I went to China recently, everything is so expensive. Anybody speaking in China is very cheap, but if you go to China today, it's extremely expensive.
Which part of China do you go?
All the eastern China is very expensive. All the city are very expensive.
You're talking about Shanghai lah.
Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou. Very expensive.
I hope you didn't go to the wrong place. Some of the places are very expensive.
Yeah, some places are very expensive, too expensive, more expensive.
Now, you see, China is so huge. If you talk about the eastern part, that's why China is the advantage because it's so huge. But the traveling time from the east to the west is 5 hours by plane. So you can imagine the expense. So all the what we call labor-intensive industry is now slowly shifting to the west.
Right.
That's something that people do not understand. That why China can still sustain what we call labor-intensive industry when it is so expensive in the eastern belt, because they're all shifting to the western belt.
Correct. I think beyond just the labor advantage, Chinese will probably think one day that I want to do something high value. Now, I'm saying that MCA be the vehicle to engage them, bring them to Malaysia. The other thing I'm looking at is Barisan National component will respect the Chinese in this country to show them that we are engaging China. We are Chinese, no matter what. I'm half Chinese, unfortunately, but we are Chinese.
At first I thought you were somebody related to Bill Clinton.
my mother is Chinese only. So I'm still Chinese, very Chinese, brother Chinese. So I think this, I'm not a racial person in the sense that I believe if I can engage China and be seen as bringing them here, give them a spot, give them a place, give them a society, give them a village, their contribution is so big that the Malays will not look at the Chinese and say, oh, you are now contributing to my country. I can't change the constitution, I know. But I want to engage people that I can show my value in this country. Just going forward. And MCA should be seen as doing that, not somebody else.
Okay? I'll answer that.
Okay, thanks.
Today we have to accept that this is a body is too big to show that how the world has shrunk because of the ease of communication. So to say that the Chinese target only China, I think we're trying to simplify the whole issues. China is found everywhere, and China investment is very strategic. They are very strategic, and that's why they are very successful. Just to show you how strategic it is. In 1993, I went to China with Tan Sri Mohideen when I was then the ESCO, and Tan Sri Mohideen was the Menteri Besar of Johor. We went and visited the China Steel in Beijing. The whole idea was that they were talking about coming to this part of the world. And at that time, I still remember very clearly, the chairman of the China Steel Company in Beijing told us that they have bought into a lot of coal mine in Peru. And we were just wondering why go all the way to Peru. And today, it shows that whatever they have done in 1993 is true. Because at that time, they told us that they think that coal is the thing to go for. And today, we will tell you that most of the coal mine in the world, their viable is all subpooled by China. You go to Indonesia, all the coal mine, which at one time was not regarded as viable, is today all subpooled by China. So people will migrate and do business in a place which is business friendly to make the most money. Business friendly, we have not done badly. We have consistently been placed on the 21st or 23rd in the world. The world has about 200 countries in the world, and Malaysia is placed 21. Recently we improved to 21. Second question is MCA to engage the Chinese in China. We are holding a World Chinese Economic Forum next year. So we are trying to engage China. Of course, there are a World Economic Forum being held in Malaysia, but personally I feel that we have not attracted the top one from China. And in order to provoke the Chinese to come to Malaysia, we have to do something, choose some controversial topic. Then only the big boys will come. And that will be the first step in the engagement. And they are very focused. The big ones in China, a lot of them are what we call here GLC. They are all owned by government, the top ones. And they are very focused. And some of them are here. China Harbour is in the Penang port. They are very big in the Penang port. So it's a good question. But one of the first steps is that we want to engage China through a World Economic Forum and hopefully tell them what Malaysia has to offer.